In 2020, the Korean film Parasite made history by winning 3 Oscars, including Best Picture, the first non-English film to achieve such a feat. But there are a lot more hidden gems you need to watch. The KCC is delighted to present the KCC Steps Pick of the best Korean films.
Hi, my name is Minjung and I'm one of the program managers at KCC, and I'm in charge of a Korean language program and next generation programs.
Hi, my name is Han Lee. I work at the Korean Cultural Center in Canada as PR manager.
Hi, I'm Chloe Kim and I'm one of the program managers here at Korean Cultural Center.
Yes, my name is Sora Bae. I currently work at KCC.
So my favorite film is Pandora. It's available on Netflix. And if you like apocalyptic films like Train to Busan, you will definitely love this film. There's a nuclear power plant in the town, and due to an earthquake, people have to run for their life. I generally like any apocalyptic films, so that's why I like this film. 추천만 하고 이유만 말하면 된다며. 나 사기당했어. 이거 취업 사기에 이어서 나 지금 또 사기당했어. I feel like Korean films have a lot of different unique stories with different genres, and they're always trying to do something different from what they've done previously. So I think that's why Korean films are getting a lot of attention these days, as well as why I like them.
My favorite Korean film would be Little Forest, hands down. I think I've watched it more than like 7, 8 times. It's a great movie to find healing. It's about a girl who's really burned out in her life, trying to pursue her dreams in the city. And then she makes a big decision to go back to where she grew up in the countryside in Korea. And it shows a year of her living in the countryside. In the film, it captures the nature, the beauty of the Korean seasons from spring to winter very well. And also there's a lot of parts of the film where she cooks. She makes food by herself with all the ingredients that's available from her garden, the local area. And it's really fascinating to see that and find healing in it. I think Korean film has always been very dynamic and a lot of good plots, a lot of good acting, and I think it's just right now there's a lot of more exposure and a lot of more attention towards Korean film, Korean drama with this all Hallyu, the Korean wave. So I think it's interesting. Like a lot of people like seem to say it's going big now, but it has always been like a really big industry. And like with Netflix and everything, I think a lot of the directors are paying attention to what kind of genres or areas that other international audiences can relate to. So the story and the plot is becoming more diverse and rich.
It's called, it's literally translated A Quiet Family. It's 조용한 가족 in Korean. It's about a family who runs a like cabin in mountains for like a bed and breakfast service. This movie is about a family who runs a motel in the mountain. So it's like a cabin bed and breakfast. And they have this unexpected incident, continuous incidents in a day. It's funny, but the situation is not supposed to be funny, but the movie made it funny. That's quite interesting. I like funny movies. but it's the situation in the movie is not supposed to be funny, but the movie made it funny. It's kind of a black comedy, which is my favorite genre. Yeah, I think it's about the whole Korean culture. It started from K-pop and all those movie stars, K-drama stars. So a lot of fans in the world started to have more interested in Korean culture and food, all kinds of things about Korea in general.
My favorite Korean film would be I Saw the Devil. It's a 2010 film starring Choi Min-sik, who is well known for his role in Old Boy, and Lee Byung-hun. He has recently starred in Squid Game, and also his most notable role in the West would be as Storm Shadow in G.I. Joe. Choi Min-sik's character, so the villain's character, is serial killer and rapist. So Lee Byung-hun's character's fiancé falls victim to him. So Lee Byung-hun's character, the protagonist here, is seeking revenge. The whole film is about him seeking vengeance. The reason I like the film is because it's very dark and very realistic. It doesn't paint a very pretty picture. So when you think about it, the mainstream medias tend to paint a very pretty picture about your surroundings, about the world. The protagonist gets the job done, gets to go, happy ending. But yeah, usually. But in this one, it doesn't really do that. So does the protagonist get what he wants? Yes. Is it exactly the way he wanted it? No. It's like a monkey's paw, and yeah, he gets what he wants, but it's not quite how he wanted it. You also see a lot of things in the film portrayed as how it is out there. The villains here are like natural disasters. All the crimes that you see in the film are like a natural disaster, because villains in this movie doesn't care whether you're young or old, whether you're a man or woman. That's natural disaster, and that's really scary if you think about it. And of course, you have the main character. He seeks vengeance on his own terms outside the law. But is that a right thing to do? Or does it matter whether it's the right thing to do? The whole film makes you think quite a lot. K-pop plays a huge role into that, but that's not just the only one part. You got the most recently successful films like Bong Joon-ho's Parasite, and TV shows like Squid Games, which was huge as well. K-pop has essentially opened the floodgate for people to go and explore different Korean culture. And people wouldn't stay if it wasn't good. People are staying because it's good. And I think people are liking Korean films because it's different from your mainstream media that you tend to see, like the Hollywood films.
We hope you find your next favorite Korean film. And there is an exciting news we would like to share with you. From Tuesday, September 27 to Monday, October 10th, the Korean Culture Center will host the 5th Ottawa Korean Film Festival. All screenings are free. So don't miss the great opportunity to enjoy the variety of Korean films.